Good morning. Oh, it was cold last night. It was like, I think 34 degrees. Slept with my electronics and my water filters. Everything is wet. So I'm hiking out today in the long johns and rain pants I'm wearing. It's going to be beautiful. I see the sun. It's going to warm up, but my clothes right now are like, here. That's the shirt I hiked in yesterday. My shorts, underwear, everything, just soaking wet mess. So I'm going to be carrying some extra weight in water until I can lay them out on some hot rocks at lunchtime maybe and dry everything. So my sleep system had stayed dry in my bag, but then just taking it out and the water coming in sideways under my tent, like splashing in the mud and mud splashing on everything got wet. That still kept me warm. I'm fine. I don't want to get moving. It's after 8 o'clock. It's definitely time to get moving. I'm slowly drinking my coffee and not thinking about putting my feet into my wet shoes. Everything's going to warm up as soon as I get moving. I just have to get moving. All right. Does this mean that there are at least 76 other Chunky Gal trails? But other than my feet being wet and squishy, the shoes, I'm telling you, definitely awesome shoes for wet, muddy weather. I slipped a little, but everyone, I'm sure, did. Wet leaves on mud, you're gonna slip. But I stayed upright thanks to my trekking poles and these shoes, for sure. So I'm very happy. It's scary when you're used to a shoe and then your shoe isn't available, like in the next size. Oh, I definitely think this is a good move. My piggies are very happy to have all this room in the toe box. All right, I gotta move on. I didn't get started till 10 o'clock because it was just cold and wet. So I had to really tuck myself into it. Like, you're not gonna get any warmer sitting here. You gotta move into the sun. So already better. Look at all this mica. Nice. The rain bringeth water. Thank goodness for this sunny day after the rainy day, though. Balancing in my new tubos. So much Wawa. Things that are dry. My wool hat, my wool t-shirt I slept in last night, my Gore-Tex pants, and long johns that I slept in. My feet are starting to get dry now that I have taken my shoes and socks off. My hoodie is dry and my puffy is dry. I have a pair of socks in there in my pillow thing, stuff sack, that's dry, a pair of underwear. Those are the dry things. These are the wet things. Pack cover, hat, shirt, cloths, everything, tent, shoes, pack, socks, bedding, sleep system, all wet. Oh, buff, another towel over there. It's my handkerchief. Yep, underwear, everything's wet. Lunch is a couple of rice cakes, the crumbles I already ate that came off, with chocolate almond butter, which is amazing, regular almond butter, which is good, some preserves, and then blueberries on top. I'm gonna have to park it over here and grab some water. Whew. So I dried out for an hour and a half and everything is pretty much dry. I have a pair of socks that are still pretty wet and my socks on my feet are probably 90% dry. My shoes were really dry. They feel so nice now. All right, I gotta catch some water. Oh. Coming to the summit of Standing Indian Mountain. Look at that. little closer. I think I'm gonna camp at Beach Gap. It's not as far as I had planned on going today, but I needed to dry out. And then I immediately stepped my right foot into the next water source about 10 minutes after I got back on trail. But that's okay. It's still drier right now than it would have was before.